back there and make sure the bastard's dead. Move, Lieutenant Baird.
There goes a record. What? I went from lieutenant to war criminal in less than a week.
As you were.
The accused are denied any right to an attorney and may not question the authority of this tribunal.
So we can't ask why you're doing this now.
At the conclusion of this tribunal, I will issue a fair and swift verdict.
Right, of course you will.
Colonel, are we being charged with doing our job?
The charges will be defined as I hear your testimony. Now, Lieutenant Baird, begin with the last time we saw each other.
Our mission was to rendezvous with a supply convoy. But then, things started to go wrong.
How exactly did things go wrong, Lieutenant?
Gradually, sir. And then... Whatever it looked like it was headed right for our convoy. Only Paddock knew what he was looking at. But he didn't say anything. Not yet. Been in Halvo Bay for a few days. We'd seen some action, but nothing like...
Nothing like what, Lieutenant?
Nothing like Karn, sir. We went as fast as we could, sir. There was no saving that convoy. Our old convoy had been wiped out in minutes. Never seen anything like it. Colonel Loomis, this is Lieutenant Baird. Big problem, sir. Our convoy just got destroyed.
Then move on to the Museum of Military Glory. It's under attack.
Sir, whatever destroyed our convoy's still out there.
Noted, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Come on, Kilo. You heard the man. The museum was on the other side of the river, the side the COG no longer controlled. I thought maybe we could slip through unnoticed.
Nice. This would make a fine UIR headquarters.
Yeah, don't go filling your canteen, Paddock. So this is the UIR sniper rifle.
This isn't a gun! It's a camera.
You know, it's almost like they don't want us to get to the museum. I knew we would save time by going through some buildings. It's not like there were any civilians left to care. I was beginning to figure out that the Old Town civilians were the least of the COG's worries.
Man, I ain't never seen so many grubs in one place before.
I know. Let's just get inside.
Everyone in the balcony got wiped out, sir. Everyone?
Luma sent us. Where should we go?
You're not Onyx.
I'm Onyx.
No, you're not, Cadet. Stay here and defend this area. The East Wing is getting hammered.
Any and all reinforcements, proceed to the East Wing. Black 4 is getting hammered over here.
If we don't hurry, They're not going to make it!
Black Force said they were losing the East Wing. He didn't mention they'd lost everything on the way there. We hadn't heard anything else from Black 4, so we were going to find either bodies or a battle. Or an ambush.
You! Hold this room. There's something big out there.
What the hell is that?
That's the end of Halvo Bay.
There's only one way out of here.
Two, actually. One involves dying.
While the quickest way out was through the archives, I learned a lesson. If you're trying to avoid Locust, don't go downstairs. Paddock, if you have any intel on that grub upstairs...
I do have intel. Stay away from it.
Any sign of those Onyx guards?
They probably double-timed it through here.
Oh no! Hell no! I don't do bugs!
Get behind them! They look vulnerable back there!
Man, I thought the grubs walked around on two legs like normal people. Can we go now? Please? That's enough slithering and enough eggs. I prefer to shoot at something that walked around on 2 feet for a while.
What have they done to my Marksa?
A sniper rifle with no scope! Ha! Those grubs are real geniuses!
Our comms were sputtering back to life. Whatever was blocking the signal must have moved on.
Ooh, glad to be out of there. What's next?
Well, we call in and make sure Control knows what's going on. Kilo to Control! I need Loomis!
What is it, Lieutenant?
Colonel, some grub riding a monster just wiped out every rifle at the museum. Request guidance.
Kill the grub, hold the museum.
Colonel, Paddock here. This grub, Goraznia, they called him Khan.
This isn't Goraznia.
My army threw all we have at him.
Colonel, what about the light mass missile?
Cadet, leave strategy to men with bars. I don't want to hear a word from any of you until Paddock's boogeyman is dead, and I'm gonna...
That missile work?
It's classified, but there's one here in Halvo. The inventor teaches at the academy.
Yeah, Professor Elliot. I worked in his lab at LaCroix before he went military. The missile draws power from refined emulsion. The more emulsion, the bigger the boom.
Courtesy of your big boom.
God.
How close were you to the impact point?
Close enough. That thing would burn up this entire city.
This one's low yield. After the Hammer of Dawn, Elliot stopped working on it.
How low yield?
Baird, or Lieutenant, to fire that thing, you have to get the targeting beacon, the launch codes, personally activate the missile on site, and get this all approved by command.
Control, Kilo here. So, we're gonna get the light mass missile online and use it to kill General Khan. Any objections?
Works for me. All right, come on, Cadet. We're going back to the academy. That's an order.
Cadet Hendrik, I'm curious to hear what it takes to convince an Onyx Guard cadet to steal one of the COG's most powerful weapons.
I was against it, sir.
That's right. Run to Daddy.
Maybe you could show me and the army you volunteered for a little respect.
I tried that, and look what it got me.
Cadet?
Colonel, I'm an Academy cadet. I had to see if my friends were all right. We took the sewers from the museum to the Academy. The whole way there, I couldn't stop thinking about my fellow cadets. I hope they held out. They hadn't. The Academy was overrun. But that beacon inside Professor Elliott's lab would allow us to land the light mass missile right on Karn's head.
Time to go inside, right?
Yeah, find the light mass missile beacon, and then get the hell out of here.
The campus had been hit. Hard. If I saw any bodies, I wasn't gonna look too closely. I was worried I'd recognize them. Let's hope they didn't wreck Elliott's lab.
As long as the beacon's intact, we're okay. And that's that. Now where, cadet?
The Institute for Science and Technology. It's just through that door. Before entering the lab, we needed to clear security. I was still in the system. Man, the lab looks different from the last time I was here.
You worked here?
I helped test some prototype weapons. Professor Elliott had a crush on me.
Oh, okay.
Just in time.
It's not moving.
Its restraints are still in place. There should be a button around here.
You're kidding me, right? That's our beacon?
These units are tough, durable, and they can cloak. You'll grow to love them. I thought he could cloak.
Not on Academy grounds. Anti-cloaking fields. We'll have to protect it on the way out.
Bot, can you take us out of here?
The bot was in charge. He knew the quickest way out.
Our mission is to escort that bot, so keep an eye on it.
When the bot beeps and freezes, it means we've got company. He won't move till it's clear.
I think we all knew that, cadet.
Actually, I didn't know.
Sharpen your pencils and let's move. Bot, which way? What is it, little guy? Uh-huh. Something mean out there? Get ready to kill it.
I have never fought so hard for something that beeps so much. Someone go back and grab the bot, please.
It's back in protection mode, so protect it. I know I said this before, but that looks like all of them.
The bot was holding up well. I just hoped he still knew where he was going. He couldn't exactly beep, "I'm lost," could he?
We hear you, little guy. Hunker down and shields up. Kilo, protect the bot!
We passed through this courtyard on the way in. We're almost out of here.
Tripwire crossbow. Never seen one of these. Does this look kind of like a toy?
That's the Raven we saw earlier, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's scavenge whatever equipment we can. That's all we can do now.
Hey, we got a large force inbound, closing in on the Academy Square. I can see a crash moving. If you can hear you down there, they're almost on you. Looks like several dozen locusts, at least.
I think that means we're in trouble.
Yep, that's what it means.
There's some gear near the wreckage, at least.
Area clear. After you, little, flying guy.
Someone's gotta name this thing.
I followed Baird to the academy to find out what happened to my fellow cadets. I found out. They were all gone. The monster that killed them had to pay.
So, Paddock. Are you here as Major Paddock of the UIR, or Private Paddock of the COG?
Whichever one you like less.
The Open Arms program may have given you our uniform, but you and I remain enemies.
Fine. Let's settle this like enemies then.
Hey, that's enough! Stand down. You Garaznys weren't known for treating prisoners very well. I'm sure you know nothing about it.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
You don't seem like a man who takes orders. Why even follow Baird?
You might say I had an ulterior motive. Growing up in the UIR, of course I'd heard of the fabled mansions of Alvo Bay. But I never imagined I'd see them like this.
The grubs tore this neighborhood apart.
Your professor lives up here? Are we sure he's still alive?
No, we are not.
We need to keep moving. We have a long way to go to Elliot's house.
I got a statue like that in my atrium.
You have an atrium. We had the bot, but we still needed the launch codes for the Lightmass missile. Baird and Sophia's friend, Professor Elliot, was the only one who had them.
Lieutenant, I think we can get to Elliot through that house.
Colonel Lewis, Omega 2 just took out the airport scene. Colonel...
It's mine now.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir!
Barely, son. What's your status?
They've got some big grub out here leading the attack, sir!
Young man, you're fighting animals. Push them into the sea. Do you understand me?
Sir! I don't think...
Do you understand me?
Sir! That thing's got 3 more Seers with him! I think that's what disrupted our communication, sir!
You either hang up and fight, or I come out there and shoot you myself!
Sir, but I... No!
Step by step, we were getting closer to Elliot's mansion. I kept thinking, who could live through all this? The professor's mansion was on the other side of that chasm. We were getting close.
His home security system. There's no way we'll get past it.
So we came all this way for nothing.
There's another entrance not too far from here. Friends and family entrance, you might say.
So, you must know this professor pretty well.
Well enough. It's this way.
Mortars! The grubs are gonna flatten that house if we don't stop them.
We couldn't get into the professor's house until we eliminated those mortar squads. Every mortar squad. Karn was here. Every city in my country now looks like this. As soon as we found that last mortar squad, we could enter the professor's mansion.
One of our best weapons!
Bush is Gorazny for boom! This meeting is over!
Cadet, can you take us into Elliot's house now?
Of course, sir. It's through that gate.
Yes, I was surprised a little by Sophia's friendship with her professor. But I don't judge.
I don't think Elliot's alive.
He might be, Cadet.
Come on. You don't believe that.
No, I don't. You all right?
Hey, his won't be the first body I've seen today.
Inside the mansion, it was worse than we thought. I guess the professor no longer liked his options. I didn't blame him.
This isn't good. But we still need the launch codes. Try to hack into Elliot's computer.
Hello, Dr. Elliot. You have one new message from Elliot, Nora.
Kurt, we reached the shelter and there's too many people here. It's really bad. I don't know what to do. You told us the shelter would be safe, but there's fighting outside now. It's really close. You told us to come here. You told us it would be safe.
So that's that.
Hello, Dr. Elliot.
I'm sorry, Cadet.
He was my teacher, Lieutenant. Whatever else happened, happened.
So, what did happen?
He was married, with kids. I moved on.
Power outage. Outside defense is rebooting. Please wait.
The power's out. The bot probably fried the circuits to break into the system.
Power outage. Outside defense is rebooting. Please wait.
Sir? I think we're about to have visitors. Many visitors.
Kilo, they're coming in and we need to hold them off. Bot, keep hacking into that mainframe. We can't leave until we have those launch codes. That didn't take long. There's no way that's the last of them. Set up defenses now, Kilo. We need to keep them away from the bot.
Whoa, what's that door?
That's called the mainframe. The bot had to get those doors open to hack directly into the system.
I like my job better.
Good, because I need you to do it. Keep them off the bot. He's going to be completely exposed. The bot's done here, and so are we. Let's roll.
We had the launch codes, and we left. I was surprised. I kind of liked a few of the mansions I saw today. Maybe when this is all over, I'll take one for myself. Who's left to say no?
Private Augustus Cole, you've been atypically quiet until now.
Y'all, listen up. All we gotta do is...
I assume you actually listen to your crash ball coach from time to time?
Crash ball. You're not a fan.
Pretend war? No. How are you finding the real thing?
I've been more comfortable.
Then unburden your mind.
Next, we headed for Onyx Point.
That facility's location is classified, Private.
I toured Harbor a few years back. One of your generals was a big fan. Took me on a tour. It's downtown, baby!
I think that's all of them.
Let's hope the missile's close by.
First time I was on Onyx Point, my tour guide was drunk. So was I. Even back then, the place had bad security.
Skull, any of this look familiar?
The last time I was here, shit, I wasn't taking notes, brother.
Okay, no reason to waste time out here. Let's go.
When you don't know where you're going, just go. We will find the missile eventually.
I can't believe I'm looking for the missile that burned half my face off. Alright, so how are we getting out of here?
Let's look for something up ahead.
We didn't see any other gears. That's the problem with a top-secret base. Regular gears don't know how to find it when it's trouble.
Karn's taken the port. I had friends stationed there.
We all did. Okay. I've definitely been here before. Let's head towards the elevator.
More grubs on the ridge! Take them out! We don't have any cover!
I was starting to worry they already found what we were looking for. Karn plus the light mass missile? That's a world I don't want to live in.
Knocked out the Big Cedar. Comms back online. All units move out to the Museum of Military Glory. We'll take back this city block by block.
Lieutenant, you have to tell him what we're doing.
All right. Colonel Loomis, Lieutenant Baird here.
Lieutenant, what is your position?
Onyx Point. We've just activated the light mass and we're about to...
Not another goddamn word, Lieutenant. That missile is sitting in that silo for a reason.
Colonel, you have no idea what you're up against.
I know exactly what I'm up against. The grub who killed a bunch of worthless Indies. I'd shake the bastard's hand if I could.
Then you and your men will die.
Lieutenant, arrest Private Paddock and remain on that rock. Actually, no. Cadet Hendrick, arrest Paddock and Lieutenant Baird if he resists you.
This is Omega 2. We're pinned down 2 blocks from the museum. We need an evac.
We're mobilizing, Sergeant. We can have a Raven to you in an hour.
We don't have an hour.
We could be there a whole lot sooner.
I'm gonna rescue Omega.
That's a coincidence. So am I.
It's done.
Where to, Damon?
Back to the mainland. Gears need our help.
The door was the only way back to the missile lab. And now it was shut tight. It was time to get back to the beach.
How did you get off that island, Private?
Oh, that was the fun part.
I'm getting real tired of that sound.
Hey, Bach, knock it off! The beach is clear.
Stay alert, Kilo.
We can take one of those boats back.
That's the plan. Let's go finish this, Kilo.
You people astound me. You might want to consider getting back out there and fighting, Captain.
Sir, they're right outside.
Then it'll be a short walk.
This is crazy.
I'm waiting on you. Finish up.
The light mass missile was ready to launch. We needed to find Karn, get the beacon close to him, and fire. And where was Karn? Well, Omega knocked out his seeders at the museum. I figured he'd want to deal with that personally.
How do we know the big bad grub is gonna be at the museum?
Loomis just announced he's sending every gear in the city to that museum. Gotta be a trap.
Hey, was this grub just waiting for us? Or is it just me?
Colonel Loomis, Karn had already wiped out several Onyx companies. Did you really think you had things under control? These grubs are smarter than we think. We're heading back outside, Kilo. Paddock, I hope this victory stuff doesn't, you know.
Don't worry. Once this war's over, we can go back to trying to kill each other. Like normal people.
Kilo of patrols coming in. Let's set up a little surprise. Okay, split up. 2 left side, 2 right side.
We need to get away from these patrols.
I bet we can reach the rooftops if we head up there.
Oh man. Looks like we're the talk of Grubland.
Protect the bot while he's hacking that door, Kilo. Earlier in the day, Old Town seemed deserted, even though it hadn't been properly evac'd. Where did everyone there go? Now we knew. The rooftops. They thought they'd be safe. They thought wrong.
Gears, civilians, the grubs don't care, man. In this war, it don't matter.
This isn't a war. It's an extermination. I have a strange feeling we're being hunted.
Karn's probably put some locust bounty on our heads. The closer we got to Karn, the more ferocious the fights. And everything on those rooftops stunk of death. Yeah, we're almost there. The museum was just ahead. I knew killing Karn meant sacrificing the bot, sir. I'd gotten pretty attached to the little guy. I guess there's other bots out there.
We can't hold them off forever, Control. We need that evac.
We're working on it, Sergeant.
We're almost there, Kilo.
I can't wait to drop our missile in that big-ass grub's hands.
Bye-bye. All right, looking good. Any last words for our pal?
What? The bot?
What's its name anyway?
Jack.
No. It's Troy.
That's a terrible name.
You won't have it for long.
Cadet Hendrick, what is your position?
We're aiding another unit, sir.
What unit? Did you stay on the island as ordered?
Colonel, if we don't fire the light mass, everyone in Halvo Bay is going to die.
Lieutenant, listen carefully. That weapon is being saved by smarter men than we for a purpose. If you fire it, I will have you tried and shot.
Fine, I'll see you in court. I suggest you take cover, sir.
I know that sound. That's Karn's personal guard. We don't have much time.
I thought if we killed Karn, the grubs would just stop fighting. I guess this war is gonna make a pessimist out of me yet. Look, Karn needed to die. If that was the wrong call, Colonel, you can go ahead and shoot me.
I told you to stay on that island, Lieutenant. This court has reached a final verdict. Any last words?
Men like you are why I fought the Cog.
We saved a lot of people today.
Yeah, including your ass.
No final words from you, Lieutenant?
Maybe you have a point, sir. We saved, what, 1,000 people? The light mass missile was designed to save millions. I know that. But if Karn had taken Halvo, we might have lost a chance to save anyone.
Amazing! Their leader's dead and they're still relentless assholes!
Getting close! I can almost smell that Raven, baby! Come on!
Paddock, I saw what you did for Loomis.
Didn't take much, but decent aim.
That was a complicated thing to do.
Not really. I just pulled the trigger.
These bodies shouldn't be left here.
I don't like it any more than you do, Cadet. The Raven's down the stairs to the left, Kilo.
Colonel, where did you come from?
I was killing all the grubs you missed!
Colonel, are we getting on that Raven so you can actually shoot us somewhere else?
Your boogeyman? Doesn't look so tough.
What do we do?
We take our time.
There's a difference between war and cruelty.
War is cruelty. And this one's not over. A word, Lieutenant? That's the last time anyone's going to address you as Lieutenant. I'm dropping the charges, but you'll never be an officer again.
Yeah, why should all these brains be wasted on an officer? Sir.
Private.
Never.
No wonder I was supposed to keep an eye on you.
On me? For what?
I guess they thought you might try to steal our military technology. Which you did.
Illegally accessed military technology. There's a difference.
Pardon me, Lieutenant Baird.
It's Private Baird now. Loomis just demoted me.
My congratulations.
Couldn't have done it without you.
I think that means I might be in charge.
Perfect.
Cole, do we have this much tension between us?
Yeah, I